This is the video lesson for geometry, section 12.4, angle measures and segment lengths. So we're going to be finding measures of angles formed by chords, secants, tangents, and then we're going to find lengths of segments associated with circles. And this is mainly just formulas. So your notes are really going to come in handy in these. Like when you're doing the problems, you're going to want to have these handy to just kind of match them and figure out which one you want to use. Here's an example of two lines crossing through a circle. This is the relationship. This angle is equal to 1/2 this x plus y, the two arcs that are formed. And then the measure of an angle formed by two lines that intersect outside the circle is half the distance of the measures of the intercepted arcs. So here's when they both go through the circle, it's 1/2 x minus y. Here's when one is tangent to the circle and the other one goes through, still 1/2 x minus y. And then here's if they're both tangent to the circle, still 1/2 x minus y. Okay, and just a vocabulary word, secant is a line that intersects a circle at 2 points. So this line goes right through the circle, and 2 points it crosses, so it's a secant line. And you can have secant segments, secant rays. Okay, let's try these problems, and let's leave this these formulas up here while we do these. What's the value of each variable? So here, this matches with this one, so x is going to be my 1. For these, sometimes I just like to write where they match in the equation, right? This is my 1. And then the x is what crosses, is the one that's on the same side of that angle. And then this was the y. So then write your formula down. Measure of 1 equals 1/2 x plus y, and then just plug in. And so my measure of 1, that's my x, is 1/2. My x is actually 90, and then my y is 46. So it gets a little confusing if the variables are the same, but that's why I like these colors here to help, right? This is the formula ones, and this is the given ones. And then let's just solve. 90 plus 46 is 136. And then half of that is 68. So x is 68 degrees. Okay, and then this one you can see matches, wait, one is tangent and the other goes through, so that's going to be this one here. And so let's say this is my 1, this is my y, and this is my x. And so measure of 1 equals 1/2 x plus y. And now let's plug in with the actual. And so my 1 is 20, 1/2, my x is 95, and my y is z. So let's get rid of this half by multiplying by 2 on both sides. This becomes 40. This 1/2 cancels with this 2, and then we get 95 plus z. Oh, does everybody see my mistake? This is a minus here. Sorry. So this should be minus. I'm like, why is this not working out? Okay, so subtract 95 from both sides. 40 minus 95 is negative 55 equals negative x, so x is 55 degrees. Okay, that's your examples, and how you're basically just using these. Figure out which one matches and then use the formula. So try the red star on your notes. I won't switch the page so I can leave this, so when you press pause, this stays up here. Okay, and then check back for the solution. Okay, and then you can see here, this was this formula with these variables. Plug them in. W is 250, y is 40 for B, and then x is 40 for C. Okay, moving on to a word problem. Here we have a satellite, and it's in an orbit with the Earth's equator. Has a viewing angle formed from these two tangents. The viewing angle is 17.5. What's the measure of the arc of Earth that is viewed from the satellite? So here we're looking for this arc. And so it doesn't give you any information. Let's call that x. It doesn't give you any more information, but right, since this is a full circle, right, this here is going to be 360 minus x. So this is going to be our measure of angle 1 equals 1/2 x minus y, right, where this is my 1, this is my y, and this is my x. So for 1, we have 17.5, and then we have 1/2. My x is 360 minus x, and then we subtract y, which is x. Okay, so this becomes 17.5 equals 1/2 360 minus 2x. So let's multiply by 2 to get rid of that 1/2. 17.5 times 2 is 35. And then we have 360 minus 2x. So we could subtract 360 from both sides. 35 minus 360 is negative 325. That equals negative 2x. So let's divide both sides by negative 2. And we get that x is 162.5. What is the measure of their degrees? Okay. So here is one for you to try on your own. It's basically the same thing, except for this is 20. Okay, so try this on your own and then check it back for the solution. Okay, then if you just redo this with 20 instead of 17.5, you get that x is 160. Okay. All right, last page, we have one more theorem, which is 3 different ways, right? When 2 chords cross each other, the lengths have a relationship. A times B equals C times D. If they're 2 secants that meet outside of the circle, they have this relationship. And then if there's 1 tangent and 1 secant that meet outside the circle, they have this relationship. And you can read those here. So you can basically look at your picture and then match which one goes with which case. And then you can write your formula down and then plug in. Okay, so let's see, this one is the tangent on the outside with 2 secants, so it's this one here. And so let's name, it doesn't really matter, let's do x, w, and then z, y, right? Because the w and the y are the ones on the outside. And then the w goes with this one. Okay, so then this is w plus x times w equals y plus z times y. So the ones on the outside get there twice, right, in the formula. So let's just plug in. 6 plus 8 times 6 equals 7 plus y times 7. And then we could just have to solve for y. So 8 plus 6 is 14 times 6 is 84 equals, and then let's distribute this. 7, so it's 49 plus 7y. So just subtract 49 from both sides. 84 minus 49 is, let me move this up here, sorry, 35 equals 7y, and then just divide by 7, so y is 5. Fun stuff, right? This is basically just memorizing formulas. Again, these theorems are going to come really handy on the test, right? The notes. So you'll have them all on the notes. Just know how to use them. That's the important thing. Okay, so then this is a tangent and a secant, so that's going to be this one here. And so this is going to be my z, and this is going to be my y. This is going to be my t. So let's write this down. Y plus z times y equals t squared. And then plug in. My y is 8. My z is 16. My y is 8. And my t is z. So then 16 plus 8 is 24 times 8 is 192. And then you just need to take the square root of both sides. 24 times 8 is 192, and then the square root of that is about 13.9. So z equals about 13.9. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up, but you try these 2 on your own, and then check back for the solution. Okay, so you can see this one uses this formula. This one uses this formula. When you plug it in, x is 13.8, and for this one, m is 3.2. Here's your practice. Enjoy.